Hello everyone, CD Racing here, and welcome back for episode 8 of our Dirt Rally 2 traditional career mode playthrough. In last episode, we had high hopes going into our home field advantage at USA, but a couple events,
2 right long,
or incidents,
opens long,
or even some added flair.
good, 6 left,
So yeah, a USA was not a rally for us to ride home about, but going into the next rally here in Wales, I was hoping to myself, let's go ahead and redeem ourselves, have a strong weekend,
opens of a crest, 5 right long,
minimal accidents.
through gate, opens of a crest, 60,
Let's just make sure that the mechanics have a significantly easier weekend than last.
of a crest, 30, 5 right of a crest,
And, well, that did not happen. Now, truth be told, I thought, man, is this footage even worth showing? The CD Racing fans are going to think that I'm washed and I'm going to get made fun of on the internet. But I figured I could be honest with myself. I'm not perfect. I am a pretty great Dirt Rally 2 player, but I am not perfect. And I figured this was a perfect episode and weekend to showcase that when you lose focus, especially for a longer period of time, things can go very south very quickly. So I'm going to take this episode to highlight all of the mistakes I made, and trust me, there are plenty. But without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so stage 1 of the beginning of the end is a long one, 7.8 miles with only 164 feet of elevation change, kind of similar to something you'll see in USA, relatively flat rallies. As we look at the landscape ahead of us, we're going to be moving through some forest. Like I said earlier, very, very flat. And these stages tend to be mostly like what I would call medium gravel. Definitely have more grip compared to other rallies, but it's not perfect by any means. Looking over the weekend, as I said, first one, a little over 7 miles, minimum elevation for track number 1. Stage number 2, Point Mar reverse, 3.17 miles with almost 300 feet of elevation. Again, not very big. Stage 3, 6.21 miles with less than 100 feet of elevation. Stage 4, 3.54 miles with less than 50 feet of elevation. Stage 5, Beano Moorland, 3.04 miles with 278 feet of elevation. And the final stage, 3.54 miles, 49.21 feet of elevation. Very flat rally indeed, but a little bit longer than some of the ones that we've encountered in this career mode. Looking over the track degradation, for those of you that have heard me talk about it and don't know what I'm talking about, this is the running order for the rally. As you can see, there are quite a few different classes and cars running before us. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. These numbers are correct. We are going to be starting this stage after 149 different cars. It's going to be rough. Even if we make it to the top of our particular class of vehicles, we're still going to be running like 30 cars behind everyone else. So for the first stage, let's lock in, no commentary, see what it's like here in Wales, and see what it's like before things go terribly wrong.
tightens into 4 left of a crest, good luck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 50, 6 right of a crest, very long, tightens into 4 left of a crest, into 3 right of a crest, into don't cut, 2 left, tightens long, opens of a crest, 80 over crest, 6 left, 30, 6 left of a crest, very long, tightens 4, into 5 right, into 5 left long, opens of a crest, 80, crest into 3 left long, tightens, into cut 4 right of a crest, 130 of a crest, cut 4 right of a crest, 50, crest into 3 left, tightens of a dip, into 4 right, opens of a crest, into 4 left, tightens, opens flat of a crest, 80, 5 left, to keep right of a 30, crest into 4 left, into 5 right of a crest, into 6 left, opens middle of a jump, 50, 6 right, middle of a crest and double jump, 100, don't cut, 6 right, 60, 4 right, opens of a crest, into 5 left, opens of a crest, 60, crest, into don't cut 3 left, opens flat middle of a crest, into 6 right, 50, 6 left, opens of a crest into 5 right, slow 80, 6 right of a crest, 60, turn unseen hairpin left, opens uphill 100, 6 left long of a crest, and 6 right extra long, tightens 3 at posts, opens 40, keep left of a double crest, into 6 right of a crest, very long, tightens slow 4, opens of a crest, into turn unseen hairpin right, 60, 4 left, opens of a crest, tightens 2, tightens, 30, 5 left, long, opens 140, long crest, into 4 right, 50, 4 left, opens 70, early 4 left, 100, 6 left of a crest, past logs, 60, 5 right, opens of a crest, 30, cut, 4 right of a crest, 30, 4 right of a crest, slow 5 left downhill, into hairpin right, into 5 left long, tightens 3 of a dip, opens long of a crest, 100, 5 left of a crest, jump, slow 50, unseen, open hairpin right, 50, 5 left of a crest, 40, 5 left of a jump, opens 50, 3 left, opens 70, keep right of a crest, and 4 left long, don't cut logs, slow 80, crest and unseen, open hairpin right, 80, over long crest, into 4 left through gate, 60, slow 4 left long, tightens 3, into 1 right tightens, 80 through gate, 4 right of a crest, tightens 3, 150 over dip, 5 left of a crest long, 70, 6 right of a crest and jump, 100 over jumps, 5 left, opens of a crest long, tightens slow crest, open hairpin right, opens, and 5 right of a crest, 30, 4 right of a crest, jump, opens 100, flat crest, 100, bump into middle of a big jump, 40 downhill, 4 right long, tightens of a crest, 70, 6 left tightens, into 3 left long, tightens through posts, 2 long, over crest, 80, 4 right of a crest long, opens 80, 3 right of a crest, tightens, don't cut, 4 left, 100, 2 left long, tightens, into 2 right of a crest, 50, camber, into 2 left tightens, 70, flat crest, 100, keep right of a crest, jump, 50, keep middle of a crest, slow, 150, turn unseen hairpin left. Into 2 right tightens. Opens 6 right and 5 left long, tightens of a crest, keep right of a crest into don't cut 2 left, and into 5 right, into 6 left of a crest, and 6 left of a crest, bump, tightens 5, downhill, 80, 5 left, 100, 6 right and 5 left of a crest, 30, 6 right, 100, keep middle of a crest, jump, into 5 left, 80, flat crest long, 100, caution, unseen, 4 right of a crest, into 6 left long, opens 100, 6 left, opens 120, keep middle of a crest, 40, 3 left tightens, into 6 right, opens of a crest long, tightens 5, tightens, into 4 left, into 5 right of a crest, 80, 6 left of a dip, into 5 right, bumps long, opens of a crest, over finish, 80, to stop.
All right, so flying over the finish there. Besides a little incident towards the end of the stage there, a very strong pace from us in the opening stage, winning by about 15 seconds. And keep in mind, we are in the slightly harder difficulty now, so a 15-second victory. Still pretty solid pace here in Wales. And after watching this back, I got to ask myself, how did it go so wrong? If you guys thought that little flip was like if you saw that and you're like, oh, yikes, strap in, because it's going to get much worse. Loading into the second stage, we'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. Point Mar River, Pant Mar reverse, 3.17 miles. A little twisty. For those of you that watch the no commentary videos, you've seen this stage before. If you haven't, shame. But let's see how it goes for stage number 2.
Starts 30, middle of a crest 30, good luck.
All right, so stage 2. We have a couple battle scars already, but we're going to hope that we can keep it together for the second one. It is significantly shorter than the last one. As the lights get ready to go up, lights go out, slam it into gear, send it through here. You see a rapid acceleration early goings here. 6 right, tightens long into 3. So we enter at our wider angle, slow the car down early because we know it's going to tighten up just like that. Definitely could have taken that faster, but after the sketchy ending to the last stage, I was thinking, all right, let's just lock in here. Quick, short stage. It's going to steady pace. Probably finish ahead of the CPU and just finish this weekend out with a bang. Now, if that's going to happen on this stage, is TBD, as already getting a little bit wide at that call right there, kind of wrangling on the edge of the stage here as we slow it down here for this 1 left through the gate and go ahead and slam it through. 2 right, tightens long, bad camber. When he says bad camber, look how the stage is leaning to the left, even though it's a right turn. That call can drastically slow you down if you get it wrong. You will get sent off the stage more often than you'd think. But now here, 4 left over crest into square right, don't cut. So immediately over this 4 left over crest into the crest, slam it down for the square one, just like that. And I'm going to go a little bit more into detail over some of the calls on the stage because I've been getting a lot of comments recently about people asking what this means. You know, if you're looking at these calls as they come in right here, 6 right tightens into 3 left over jump. If you're hearing that and thinking, what does any of that mean?
Right of a dip, opens of a crest, 5 right long.
I wouldn't ask me, because apparently I just did not register that call at all. The Titans just completely went over my head, sent it over that hill, flipped the car a couple times. Now we did manage to get away without hitting that pole in the middle of the stage, so all of the rollover damage will most likely have been eaten by the roll cage and the exterior body parts. Maybe some suspension damage, but if it runs, we gun. And as you can see now, immediately snapping back into it, I have had a second awakening, locked in, and said, all right, man, we got to really put the pedal to the metal to make sure that we do not finish this stage down in the dumps, way behind everyone else. Looking at the timings on the top right now, you can see we do have a gap to the leader in front of us, about a 10-second gap in total to first place on this stage, about 12th place as it stands at the moment. But as y'all know, where your position doesn't really matter. It's all about your overall time. But we don't like losing. You know, you might think differently given the events of how this weekend is going to go, but we do want to win. And as you've seen in the background, the pace and the intensity has stepped us from us in the driver's seat. We're definitely locked in, keeping a little bit more aggressive lines over these corners right there. You see right there the 2 consecutive 5s. I just sent it down the middle. It got a little close to the edge there, but we're going to keep it on the stage as well as we can. We got to jump into 3 right tightens, slam the car down, catch the oversteer with the front wheel drive, just like that. And then once again, we have a little bit of a tighter turn here that I could have taken much faster. If I'm going to give y'all any advice in this video, it's going to be the same one as last video. Listen to your co-driver. The second I miss a Titans call, or the second I miss a caution slow or off camber speed that you carry through these stages, that 10-mile-an-hour difference may be the difference between you nailing the corner and sending it into a fence. And as you've already seen 2 stages in a row, it can happen very quickly. It's going to continue to happen this weekend, so if you guys like crashes, this is definitely the video for you. But locking in towards the end of the stage here is what I would like to say. Once again, stuck on the edge right there in between that little cliff area, and I guess the gravel in the between is slicker, because as you can see, once I get in that area, it's very slick, no grip. But one more turn majorly left in this stage. We got a hairpin right uphill into a crest 2 left long, open 60 into finish. So besides the crash, great pace from us. Once again, it seems we either crash or just absolutely kill it, and today we had a little bit of both. 6-second gap to the winner of that stage puts us in 4th place. Not that it matters, but a 3:39.3 time-wise is less than ideal.
Well done.
Yeah, well done is a courtesy call right there for sure. But as you can see, the car already has really been through it. Looking over the leaderboard right now, as I said, 4th place overall, body damage, broken headlights, and a drop in engine power. I don't remember the car feeling underpowered when I recorded this footage, but I'll trust the mechanics more than myself, because I'm going to send it either way. Loading into the first service station of the weekend as we get a quick overview of the stage to follow. 6.21 miles, the Gouffron Forest, less than 100 feet of elevation. Very, very flat rally it is at Wales, but yikes. Looks like someone that just came back from the trenches, and we're going to try and fix the car as best as we can. But as you're going to see when we look over the damages here, we're going to be faced with some options. Engine damage, radiator damage. What else do we got? Let's see how bad it could possibly be. We're already exceeding our allowed repair time just fixing those, but we've got heavy body damage, light wheel geometry damage, and our lights are completely broken. Now, given that it's dark outside, the lights are going to get fixed regardless. But what else do we have time to fix? Quick fix the radiator. Probably can't do anything to the engine, but quick fixing the radiator will at least stop the engine from overheating and hopefully damaging itself further. So I'd rather take a temperaturely stable engine over an engine that's overheating but running at full power. You know what I mean? Longevity over raw power is what we're going for here. Of course, we're going to change the tires one more time and hope that this one doesn't go as awful as the last couple, but we're going to have to see.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so lights go out, and we are going to send it for the first time here in Wales at night. Now, given how already extremely sketchy this weekend has gone, I'm nervous for the nighttime. Very tricky, cool section here. It looks like we're racing through a construction zone, honestly. I think that's the best way I could describe it. You got a water splash right here, these weird little dirt paths that we're driving around. You see the little infrastructure all around us. Cool little section on that start of the stage for sure, but we got to make sure that we keep it tidy, make sure we don't hit all these civilians on the outside, because that would just ruin everybody's vibe for the weekend. So climbing through the low speed sections here, we've got a hairpin left. Try to navigate it the best we can, and sorry if the footage looks shaky there. For some reason, that corner lowered my frames so bad, but I promise the rest of the footage is not going to look super bad. As we got another water splash in the middle of the stage here, definitely upsetting car, especially these little lightweight front wheel drive cars. The water will just kill your momentum. And now we're going to hard charge up this hill for a forward left don't cut, and you'll see why I don't cut, because we got nothing but a very steep drop to our left, and now we're going to 6 right, tighten into unseen hairpin right. So good thing that call came in very early, had plenty of time to slow it down, send this little front wheel drive car around the hairpin, and power out early just like this. We've got a 5 left over crest, into 6 left long, into 4 right, keep in over crest. Are we going to listen to that instruction? We've got the crest right here, try to keep in the best we can, and it keeps us out of the wall on the outside just like that. So maybe we've decided to lock in for this stage. We'll see. It's another long one. As you can see, we're not even at the second checkpoint. We've got quite a few to go. But 6 right into 60, middle into crest, over jump maybe into 170. So very, very high speed section here. You see we're already in 5th gear. We might get close to the top of it, but before we have to slow down again. Very large jump in front of us right there over that 6 right, and we heard the 2 right call come in, so we're going to slow the car down in anticipation for that short, very tight corner just like that. and now we have a 100 into jump over 130. So lots of momentum switches in the stage so far. We started in the low speed, now we're going into high speed sections for just a little bit, and then we're going to slow it down hard once again into the hairpin left right here. If we can slow the car down, swing it wide a little bit, make contact with something on the end, but at this point, we don't care. The car's already messed up. As long as we can finish that stage, we do not care. So, 2 right into immediate square left. This is an interesting call because as soon as you're done to the 2 right, shoot it into the square left. You don't hear that immediate call too often. There's always some sort of unspoken little gap in between each of these calls, but when you hear immediate, you know you have to set up accordingly. And right here, I think some of those immediate calls were missing because those corners came in very quickly, and I was not ready for them. But kept it on the stage for the most part. Just got a little squirrely into the grass, and now we're going to keep chugging through this very, very interesting stage layout. I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels... I know in all rally you're racing down some random back road, but this stage in particular really does feel like I am just sending it through someone's property line. Very uneven roads, random elevation changes, but none of them are too big. It's fun. It's a fun stage. I know I'm not taking it as well as I could have, but it's better than what we've done so far this weekend. Locking back in with the calls here. I believe we had a 3, tightens into 2, and it looks like that's exactly what it was. Corner tightened up midway through, and now we've got a 100 call. A little bit of space into a 2 right tightens, so slow the car down quite a bit. This 2 is going to tighten even further, just like that, midway through the corner. I'm trying to explain these calls to you because I feel like if you understand what the calls mean, it's a lot easier to make fun of me when I mess up. So I'm giving you guys plenty of ammunition to roast me in the comments, because if there is ever a video to do it, you guys have plenty of material from this particular video. But this stage, going fine at the moment. It is a little bit of a long one. Oh, creeping up on 4 minutes, and we are just now about halfway through the stage. We've got a 17-second gap to the car behind us, so we are keeping pretty solid momentum over this stage so far. We're going to see if we can push that to around 30. Double our lead just a little bit, but we are not finished with the stage. Back into the forest, it seems like. Into the thick of it, in 2 tightens 1, so just 2 left, tightens right there into a 1, and it's going to shoot out into a 4 left, into 3 right, over crest long, so slow down appropriately for a 3, over this crest right here. It's going to tighten up for us, and did not slow it down enough. I think our rear left hit the edge of the stage there and knocked our car loose, but not major damage. Into a 1 left through gate. Wait a minute. We've been here before. Yes, we have. This is the stage that we did last stage. Now we're going to finish it out to kind of accumulate this super long one that we just did right here. So let's see if we recognize this. Just because it's in the dark doesn't mean we haven't driven it before. We know the calls that are going to come in. Got that square right around these logs right here. And just like that, it looks like we made a lot of time up in that last section. 23-second gap now, 2 second place on the stage. We are moving. I locked in. I took those 2 crashes in the first 2 stages personally, and it looks like we have really found our pace here at the 3rd stage. We got that service stage set up, and I said, no more repairs for the mechanics. They deserve a break. It's been a rough weekend. Now, this is where we absolutely sent it into a cannonball last time, and once again, carrying too much momentum over that hill, hitting that pole on the outside there, and now it seems our car is a little stuck on the edge there. Managed to grab some traction and pull away, but my lord. Crashing on the same corner is embarrassing. No defending that one. That was just a complete lapse of judgment. I even knew coming up to that corner exactly what I should do, and I just didn't do it. Maybe I felt like spending money this weekend. I don't know. But wrapping up this stage, this is the exact point we had to lock in last time. Let's see if we can keep that energy as we send it through this tight forest section. 4 left into 6 right, through gate, over jump, into 5 left long. So keep your head on a swivel. You know what's coming up. Prepare for it accordingly. We're going to walk that line between getting close to the fence and keeping momentum and sending it into the fence. It's a very fine line to walk, I know. But as we get close to the end of the stage here, look around the car. You'll notice on the left-hand side, our rearview mirror is smashed, not that we need it, and our left window has a massive chip in it. So driver's probably getting cold. He's getting tired. He wants to go home. And right around this point, I was thinking the same thing. I was tired. In real life, I don't like to make excuses, but yeah, recording this footage, I was tired. And that's exactly why I'm having this lapse of judgment. Driving as I am right now, you know, keeping decent pace, listening to the stage notes as they come in. This is how I usually drive. But those moments when it seems like I just forget how cars work and send it off the stage, it's a lapse of judgment every time. And like I've said many times, it's going to continue to happen even after this video. But learn how to fight through the mistakes and just take it on the chin, and you will get better over time. I have not always been this quick in dirt rally to the point where I'm, you know, complaining about the AI being too slow, right? But I was not always as fast. If I had started this channel like 6 months ago, it would have taken me about a week to film videos because it probably took me 5 restarts per stage just to get a decent time. And now I find myself in the position to put out content like this. Usually, especially for these career mode videos, I don't really like to restart unless I retire the car on the first stage because nobody wants to watch a 5-minute video. But crossing the finish line at the end of the YAP session, because we did end up clearing it up towards the end of the 3rd stage there, and we almost hit our 30-second goal. 26-second gap to 2nd place on the stage, giving us a very comfortable margin should we crash out again.
We did really well.
It's going to happen again.
Could be a stage
but
win.
That is one less repair job going into the service stage because we only hit that pole, and because we did not get a flat, I know it's only body damage, and we already had body damage. So, glass half full, that is a stage win, minimal damage to the car. And now we're going to push into the 4th stage and hope that our standards grow significantly higher than where they're at right now. So, loading into the 4th stage here, like I said, hoping to do better, loading into a stage that I will not attempt to pronounce. If anyone watches this channel from Wales, my bad. But
starts in 6 left over crest, long 40, 6 right over dip, 80. Good luck.
All right, so stage number 4. Can't get much worse than it already has gone this weekend, right? As we load into this one, lights go up and so do the revs. Dump the clutch and send the car as soon as that go signal comes through, and we are spinning gears through a very high-speed start onto stage 4. You're going to see a couple consecutive 6s over some jumps into 5 right over crest, so we are keeping high speed early goings here, and you can tell absolutely sending it early in this stage. We're going to see if we can continue this insane momentum, because it gets a little sketchy at the high speeds, especially in these front-wheel drive cars. You're going to have to throw it into these corners, and we're going to see how well we can cope, as we got a 4 left here a little bit, so we're going to harden the brakes for just a second, send it around the crest, keep it in the middle of the stage just like this, over 260 into dip, so we're going to get a lot of speed here, into 5 right over jump, into 60, so still pedal to the metal, absolutely sending it through the stage at the moment. Back into the forest, we're going to go in a couple seconds as we send it over that hill, just right there, getting a little squirrely on the edge and hitting the trees on the outside of the track. When you race faster than your guardian angel can fly, sometimes bad things happen, and that's exactly what happened. And if you notice, the car is leaning to the left, and we're actually going to cut audio for just a second, because go ahead and listen.
30, 4 left of a crest, into 4 right of a jump.
For those of you that cannot identify that sound accompanied with the fact that the car is leaning, we do have a flat on the car at the moment. We have a puncture on the left rear, and we're trying to cope with it as best we can. Now, flat in a front-wheel drive car isn't bad, unless you have instances like that where the rear end gets the chance to kick around. And it's at this point where we can see just how bad the car is looking. Puncture to the rear left wheel. We've actually completely lost the tire. We are riding around on straight steel at the moment. As we continue to send it through the stage, we do not care. Our wheels come paired with the tires, so we're going to replace the whole thing anyways. Send it into the rest of the stage. But rear-wheel drive cars, you have to worry about the oversteer going into corners. Front-wheel drive cars, you worry about the understeer. When you have a flat tire on a front-wheel drive car, you get to deal with both of them at the same time. And it was at this moment that I realized we're about halfway through a very, very short stage. The 45 seconds plus that it's going to take me to fix this tire, might as well just send it through to the end. We'll hope that that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. But, I mean, we've already been bitten this weekend, so we're just going to try and fight the car for the rest of the stage. I'm not going to call any of the calls, because really just trying to focus on keeping it on the stage just like that. The second the oversteer comes in, you try to correct with the front-wheel drive snapback, and then it's hard to get it back. It is just a really unfortunate time trying to drive this thing around. If I was trying to do donuts in a parking lot, this would be fantastic, but I'm trying to win a rally stage, and as you can see, it becomes very sketchy. But we're going to send it into the high-speed sections, not afraid to keep it pedal to the metal in these high-speed sections, but we're going to slow down extra early, hoping to make these corners, barely keeping it on the stage. Low-key, us hitting that little fence on the outside might have kept us on the stage, as we are trying our best to keep up with the current stage leader, who miraculously does not seem like he's that far ahead of us, despite our major accident and disadvantage of having one less wheel than everybody else that did this stage today. But as you can see, no fear in us. We are going to send it on 3 wheels, absolutely hauling at the moment, early on the brakes into this 3 left don't cut. had to fight with the wrong angle as we were under braking there. Let off the brakes to let the car recorrect its angle as we were turning in, and it seems like we got in okay. Now we're having to utilize some handbrake. Any sort of left-hand turn, because we're missing that left rear tire, is very, very difficult. Using a lot of handbrake just to get the car turned in. Coming into this hairpin right here, we're going to slow the car down quite a bit, coast around that hairpin, and then power out as early as we possibly can into 4 right, don't cut over crest. Make sure that we don't hit those logs on the inside. That's why the don't cut call came in. And right at the end, oh my goodness, that does count as us finishing the stage, and we're just going to let someone come get us. As you can see, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. So buckle up for this absolute comedy that our co-driver is going to ask us right here. Take a listen.
Are the tires holding up okay?
All right, sir, I'm pretty sure you just went through what I went through. I just hit an involuntary flat spin in a forest in a country whose language I cannot understand, surrounded by people laughing at me on the internet. And you think this is the time for jokes. All right. I thought Patty, the co-driver, was a real day one ride or die, but it seems like this guy's just going to kick us while we're down. And for funsies, let's go ahead and get a third-person look of said crash, because I don't think you'll understand how hard I hit these trees. You might be thinking, wow, man, you can't take a joke at all. Look at this. That's murder. I'm surprised the car even runs. And this guy's going to joke around with us? Are the tires okay? They blew up, Patty. So, sorry, lost my cool there for a second. But stage 5, 3.04 miles, and I can say we do kind of get our things together in the stage right until up at the end. But as you can see, the car is rough. Critical damage to the exhaust, engine still damaged, gearbox, bodywork, dampers, wheel geometry, lights. If it can be broken, it's pretty much broken at this point. So once again, tasked with figuring out what to fix and what not to fix. And I decided the engine has got to be number one. I believe we touched on wheel geometry there as well. And we get one more set of tire changes. And we said, yikes, we've been struggling with the mediums. Maybe let's try softs for the end of the stage. See what happens. Loading in. S. Bernard 350.786 is the stage winner at this stage. Let's see what happens as the lights go up. So do the revs. Get ready to dump the clutch. Launch the car hard. First time this weekend on soft tires, and it honestly becomes apparent off the rip. This launch felt a lot less wheel spinny, even though I was holding decent revs. And we're going to go ahead and try and get used to the newfound grip and just send it into this stage. 4 left into 80. Already a little bit of understeer there, but we're going to hold it together. 5 left into 2 right tightens, slow the car down, grab a little bit of handbrake to turn it in, but we hit it too early, have to correct ourselves mid-turn, coast our way through, and now we've got 4 right into 2 left tightens, so one more time, watch for this corner to be very tight and tighten even further right there. It gets to get tighter on us. 4 left tightens over crest, a lot of tight corners here in this forest section, but I believe this is going to open up for us right here in a little bit, as again, battling understeer midway through the corners, having to grab understeer once again as we've got a square left in front of us. Get ready, position ourselves accordingly, and it is rather blind. You see us really overshoot that entrance. Not the best entrance there. Not listening to the calls very well, for being completely honest. I can make excuses for all the crashes this weekend, but really it's just me missing one thing that can really throw you off. And you can either understeer or you can understeer off the stage. And that's what's happened a couple times. But once again, y'all may remember this part of the stage. This is what the stage that I said felt a little weird, like just genuine back road backwards. So towards the end, to look forward to, we've got that cool construction zone-esque area with a bunch of water splashes that may or may not cause some trouble for us. But again, me talking about not recognizing calls, if you'll rewind there, you saw me point right in the middle of that straightaway and then correct myself. I thought that junction was where I was supposed to turn right, but again, not listening to the calls at all, almost costing me even more time. This time, slow it down for the hairpin right. I did hear that one come in. Slow it down, bring it around that hairpin, power out of it into the 4 left, so we know we're going to be pinned for the next couple seconds, especially with that 100 call coming in. That means we got 100 meters until the next call. 6 left, don't cut into jump. So middle of the stage, take that jump, soar over it, carrying a lot of speed right now into it. 2 left, so slow the car down hard. Get it right there, just like that. A 3-second gap at the moment, about halfway through this stage as we are soaring through this section at the moment. Big jump right here. Huge area gathered. A little squirrely on the landing there, kind of having trouble getting a hold of the car. And then we heard that 6 left into hairpin right. Might have needed to be a distance call there, unless I once again misheard that. But you saw us slow down preemptively. And then we're going to try and get our momentum back into the high-speed section of this. 3 left, don't cut. Just quickly send it around there. I did cut. You saw the car get a little wobbly, a little unsettled. is we have a 4 right into hairpin left. So again, high-speed section, slow the car down, slam it on the brakes. Luckily, we are in gravel. A little bit of lock up there is just going to make us keep our momentum into that corner, swing it around when we can, and just like that, we have made another hairpin in the front-wheel drive, 50 right into 4 right over crest and bumps, so we're going to get unsettled in the middle of this turn, just like that right there. 6 right into 80, very high speeds, and you see the low-speed construction setting ahead of us. Water splash after 5 right through gate, so watch for that. Lose control of the car over that bump. That was a rough one. Going downhill into the hairpin right. We got to watch our braking point. Make sure we don't carry too much momentum. Grab that handbrake to get us turned in just like that. Into 1 left. Opens too long. So this corner is going to open up for us a little bit. Hold your racing line until it opens up and then slowly ease that throttle and power out of the corner just like that. 4 right over jump. Watch your line into jump, into dip. 4 right through water splash. Watch your line through here. Car, it gets unsettled in the water. And we hit the gate on the exit. Just adding to the list of mistakes this weekend. Not the biggest impact we've had this weekend, so we know the car can take it, but not ideal. Nevertheless, 5 right into 50 over 6 right into finish 64 left. And that is an 11-second victory on what it will be the last stage that we will watch in this video. I said that this video was mainly me making fun of how poorly we drove this weekend, but believe it or not, stage 6 was a complete snooze fest in terms of anything exciting. I kept decent pace. I won the stage, won the rally. So we're going to go ahead and cut to the championship winning screen right now. And as you can see, despite all of our mistakes, when we weren't running into trees or taking our anger out on fences, we did have very strong pace throughout this weekend. So enough to net us the overall victory. But another little mini rant after this $75,000 netted to the team. Definitely a huge increase. Are we going to unlock engine mapping 4? We do, because if the 2 weekends that we've had in front of us have showed us anything, it's that obviously we need to go faster. And if we've been crashing in rallies like this, up next, Monaco. You can see that right there, rally number 4. After we won in Greece, won in New England, won in Wales somehow. Monte Carlo. If you guys do not know the Monte Carlo rally, I'm scared. The way that I've been driving lately, Monte Carlo is a notoriously difficult rally. A lot of very tight, slow hairpins on a mountainside, and we're in a front-wheel drive car. So, a big mountain to climb next weekend, literally. But we will not be deterred. We have lost 2. Third time's a charm. I'm coming back strong in the next video. Guaranteed. But for now, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is going to be the end of the video. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching and helping support the channel. As always, make sure you heel toe that like and subscribe combo, and I will catch y'all in the next one.